Ethan jumped out of bed. It was adventure day. Marina was already downstairs. "Do you think it's pirate treasure?" Marina asked, eyes wide. "Maybe." Ethan grinned. Their mom flipped pancakes. Ethan grabbed the map. It was old paper drawn by their grandpa. Time for adventure. Ethan and Marina dashed out of the house, backpacks bouncing. The sun was just rising, casting a golden glow over the fields. They walked through the tall grass, the map clutched tightly in Ethan's hand. Marina pointed ahead, her eyes sparkling with excitement. They reached an old oak tree with a heart carved into its bark. "Look, it's Grandpa's initials!" Marina exclaimed. They dug with small shovels, moving the dirt carefully. Suddenly they hit something hard. "It's a box!" Ethan shouted. They opened the box to find old coins and a locket. "It's beautiful," Marina whispered. Ethan smiled. Grandpa's treasure. As the sun set, they ran back home, their hearts full of joy. Their mother was waiting at the door, a knowing smile on her face. That evening they sat around the dinner table, the locket in the center. Ethan and Marina shared their adventure, their eyes shining with excitement. The map led them to mystery fields. Wind rustled through tall grass. "The map says a whispering tree," Ethan said, holding the map open. They found a giant oak, its leaves whispered in the wind. Shelby barked. Peeking inside the hollow trunk, they found a fluffy rabbit. It hopped away and Marina giggled. They walked closer to the tree, curiosity piqued. Ethan examined the tree, feeling the rough bark under his fingers. Shelby sniffed around, her nose twitching with excitement. Marina looked up, her eyes wide with wonder. They stood around the tree, their faces filled with awe and curiosity. Next, the map pointed to the pond. "It's not a pond, it's the ocean," Ethan declared. They were pirates, sailing on a raft, an old tire. They fought off imaginary krakens. Then panic. Shelby was gone. They searched frantically, calling her name. "Woof!" Shelby popped out from behind a bush, tail wagging, a stick in her mouth. The children hugged Shelby tightly, relieved and overjoyed. As the sun set, they sat by the water, recounting their day's adventure. Back home they ate dinner, telling their parents about the rabbit and Shelby's trick. The table was filled with laughter and stories, each child eager to share their part of the adventure. The parents listened intently, their faces lighting up with every word. "Did you find treasure?" their dad asked, smiling. Ethan and Marina looked at each other, their eyes sparkling with the day's memories. "We found adventure," Marina said, hugging Shelby. The best treasures were shared with family. As the night went on, the stories continued, each one more exciting than the last. The family was closer than ever, bound by the day's adventures and the joy of being together. They realized that the real treasure wasn't gold or jewels, but the moments they shared and the love that grew stronger with each passing day. Ethan and Marina decided to explore the old barn. The air was thick with the scent of aged wood and dust. It was filled with dusty relics and hidden corners. The beams creaked and cobwebs hung like delicate curtains. In one shadowy corner they found an old chest, but it was locked. Shelby, their dog, sniffed around and led them to a loose floorboard with a hidden key. With the key, they opened the chest to find old family photos and letters. It was a treasure trove of memories, a collection of moments frozen in time. They spent the afternoon reading the letters and learning about their grandparents' adventures. As the sun set, Ethan and Marina left with a sense of fulfillment. Hand in hand with Shelby trotting beside them, they walked away from the barn, their hearts full of cherished memories. Ethan and Marina, still buzzing from their discoveries in the old barn, decided to explore the area further. As they walked around the back of the barn, Shelby, their ever-curious dog, began digging at the base of a large ivy-covered boulder. Intrigued, they helped clear the foliage and dirt, revealing a narrow entrance to a hidden cave. With a sense of anticipation, they squeezed through the entrance, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. The cave was cool and damp, its walls adorned with ancient carvings and symbols. As they ventured deeper, they stumbled upon a small alcove filled with ancient artifacts. There were pottery shards, intricately carved stones, and what appeared to be ceremonial items from a long-lost civilization. Among the treasures, an old parchment caught their eye. It was a map, beautifully preserved, its edges worn but the details still clear. The map depicted a route leading to another adventure, one that promised even more secrets and treasures. Ethan and Marina exchanged excited glances, their minds racing with the possibilities. With the map in hand, they left the cave, their hearts pounding with excitement. The sun was setting, casting long shadows over the barn and the surrounding fields. They knew this was just the beginning of their journey, and with Shelby by their side they were ready for whatever lay ahead. With the ancient map in hand, Ethan and Marina could barely contain their excitement. The map led them to a dense forest. Shelby trotted ahead, her nose to the ground, leading the way. They reached a majestic waterfall cascading down a steep cliff. Behind the curtain of water they discovered a narrow, hidden passageway. As they emerged from the tunnel, they found themselves in a hidden valley. Ethan and Marina stood in awe, taking in the beauty and wonder of this hidden paradise. As the sun set over the hidden valley, Ethan and Marina knew it was time to head back home. Their hearts were full of wonders, and their minds buzzed with secrets. With Shelby leading the way, they retraced their steps past the waterfall and through the dense forest. Finally, they emerged back into the familiar world. The journey home was filled with excited chatter and shared memories of their adventure. When they arrived at their cozy home, the warmth greeted them like an old friend. Their parents, eager to hear every detail, gathered around as Ethan and Marina recounted their journey. They spoke of the whispering tree, the hidden cave, and the magical valley behind the waterfall. Their parents listened in awe, their eyes wide with wonder and pride. As the night wore on, the family sat together, planning their next journey. Maps were spread out on the table, and ideas flowed freely. The excitement of new adventures filled the room, and the bond between them grew even stronger. Ethan and Marina knew that this was just the beginning. There were more secrets to uncover, more treasures to find, and more stories to tell. With their family by their side, they were ready for whatever lay ahead. And so, with hearts full of hope and minds brimming with dreams, they looked forward to the next chapter of their incredible journey. The end of one adventure was simply the beginning of another. They embraced each other, knowing that together they could face anything. Under the starlit sky, they dreamed of the endless possibilities that awaited them, and with that, they walked into the horizon, ready for the future.